Welcome to Card Corner. These are the cards. That's the corner. Today I've got these Star Wars 2023 trading cards by Topps. Looks like we can get some rare autographs and inserts in there. Here are the odds. A bunch of parallels and foils, as well as some epic clashes cards, some lightsaber stylings, comic covers, and Into the Galaxy. Thought we'd open a few of these packs. Been hearing people talk about Star Wars a lot lately. The new show, The Acolyte, came out, and it seems like people are kind of mixed on it. I haven't watched it myself. I'm actually probably a couple series behind. The last one I think I saw was Andor, or the Obi-Wan Kenobi one. I forget which one, what the order was. But I did not see the Ahsoka series, and I did not see the Acolyte. So, but these ones seem like they are just going to be from all of Star Wars, so that's pretty cool. All right, got a banger right off the bat. It is Luke Skywalker, his Mandalorian holographic double guy. Sorry, not holograph, but I think they used AI to make him look young. When Grogu reached out with the Force to find Jedi, his message was felt by Luke Skywalker. Grogu was then captured by Moff Gideon's Dark Troopers. During the rescue attempt led by the Mandalorian, Grogu and his friends were cornered by the Dark Troopers. Skywalker arrived and destroyed the Dark Troopers. He then took Grogu for training in the Force. I feel like they could have worked on the writing a little bit in this blurb. And he's a human, in case you guys didn't know, from Tatooine, and he is a Jedi. Pretty nice one. Alright, here we have Paz Vizsla, also from The Mandalorian. A Mandalorian heavy gunner, Paz Vizsla, hailed from the storied House Vizsla. He was a member of the Mandalorian Covert of Navarro, and was a part of the group that came to Djarin's defense against the Bounty Hunters Guild. Vizsla joined the Armorer's Covert? What is that word? Armorer's Covert on the Glavis Ringworld. He challenged Djarin for ownership of the dark saber, but lost their duel. Also a human, but he's from Mandalore. Lots of character cards, I like that. Here is Bo-Katan Kryze. And Bo-Katan Kryze met Mandalorian Din Djarin when her team saved Djarin and Grogu from Quarren pirates on Trask. Djarin agreed to help Kryze raid an Imperial cruiser. Kryze gave Djarin the location of Ahsoka Tano. When Grogu was kidnapped, Kryze joined the rescue. She was angry when Djarin won the Darksaber from Moff Gideon, a prize she wanted herself. Alright, and here is Jib Dodger. Jib Dodger was one of the New Republic X-Wing pilots who answers a distress beacon initiated by the lone human crew member aboard a prison transport. The tracking signal went live during the attempt to break out Twi'lek criminal Quinn. I forget. The Mandalorian Din Djarin hid the beacon on Quinn. The X-Wing pilots arrived and destroyed Razar Malk's station. It's a pretty good portrait there. Alright, and we get Taramin Barcona from Andor. It's a foil one, too. Ooh, just the background, though. Taramin Barcona was the Aldani team led by Vel Sartha. He was a former stormtrooper, which gave him insight into Imperial operations. He was crucial to planning the heist, teaching the team how to march like Imperials. During the heist, Zartha was pinned down and Barcona went to her aid. Barcona was dropped by blaster fire, but Zartha did escape. Wonder if that actor signs. That'd be a good card to get signed, I think. Alright, and here is a picture. It looks like maybe a movie poster. Oh, it's cover art for issue 5 of the Star Wars comic. The Death Star has been destroyed by the young rebel pilot Luke Skywalker. Seeking clues to his destiny, he has returned home to Tatooine. Meanwhile, Darth Vader is seeking answers of his own and has hired the notorious bounty hunter Boba Fett to track down the pilot who destroyed the Death Star. Alright, and our last card. Oh, I like this one. It is Mace Windu, but it's got a cutout. It looks like the lightsabers are slicing through the door. In the name of the Galactic Senate of the Republic, you are under arrest, Chancellor Mace Windu told the secret Sith Lord Darth Sidious, igniting his purple-bladed lightsaber. But Sidious produced a saber of his own, and they fought till the end. I think Samuel L. Jackson was one of the best parts of the prequels. Purple lightsaber, pretty cool. Alright, I think out of the first pack, that was probably my favorite card. Although, obviously, Luke Skywalker base card, pretty cool too. Alright, here we get, who's this, D.O. from Star Wars Rise of Skywalker. I don't remember much about that movie. I remember it was very, fast. During the hunt for the Sith Wayfinder, Rey and her friends encounter a deactivated droid named D.O. D0, not sure. The droid had belonged to Ochi, the Sith assassin. Poe Dameron later realized that D.O. had information that could help lead the resistance to Exegol. After their victory, D.O. celebrated with BB-8 and their friends. Random droid card. Alright, next up is Tala Dureth from Obi-Wan Kenobi. Tala Dureth was an officer in the Galactic Empire, but also a rebel spy. Her group helped Jedi and others escape from the Inquisitors. Dureth helped Kenobi rescue Princess Leia Organa from Fortress Inquisitorius. When Darth Vader attacked the secret base on Jabim, a wounded Dureth sacrificed herself with a thermal detonator. I think she was in Game of Thrones. Alright, next up we get the Tusken Chief from the Book of Boba Fett. The tribe of Tusken Raiders that took in Boba Fett was led by the Tusken Chief. Fett defeated a sand ape that menaced a young Tusken and allowed the child to get the adulation of his tribe. The chief understood what Fett had done and shared water with him as a sign of respect. Unfortunately, the Tusken Chief was killed on orders of the Pike Syndicate. Pretty cool get up there. Alright, here we get Vect Nakru, also from Kenobi. The third sister conspired to draw Obi-Wan Kenobi out in the open by having Princess Leia Organa kidnapped. She hired mercenary Vect Nakru to do it. Nakru took Leia to Daiyu to lure Kenobi into a trap. However, Kenobi escaped with Leia. The Grand Inquisitor angrily questioned Nakru. The questioning swiftly turned into the mercenary's execution. Alright. From Obi-Wan Kenobi. I believe I mentioned in a previous video my thoughts on Kenobi. It was okay, but I think that out of the series, it was probably one of my least favorite up till that point. It was just too much like like Leia and um, Obi-Wan are like this comedic duo where um, she's just goofing on him the whole time. Seems kind of silly. All right, next up we got Salacious Crumb from Return of the Jedi. I believe that's our first original trilogy reference. A Kowakian monkey lizard, Salacious B. Crumb, sat on the dais next to Jabba the Hutt at the Crime Lord's palace and on his sail barge. During the fight that broke out during Luke Skywalker's escape at the Sarlacc pit, Crumb attacked C-3PO. R2-D2 shocked Crumb to protect his friend. Crumb likely perished when the sail barge exploded. Now I can see them making like a series where it's his adventures after not getting blown up. All right, next up we get a Corellia card. Corellia was renowned for its shipyards and the top-notch pilots it produced. Corellia's cities boasted all manner of industry, but also a seedy underbelly of crime. Han Solo and Wedge Antilles both called Corellia their home planet. Probably my least favorite card so far. All right, and last we got an epic clash. It's Yoda and Count Dooku. Nice Christopher Lee card there. Can't go wrong. It takes a lot to get a Jedi Master like Yoda to fight you in a lightsaber duel, but Yoda's former apprentice, Count Dooku, joined the dark side and threatened the very stability of the Republic. Yoda plucks his lightsaber from his robe and unleashes an unparalleled fury of blows against his old Padawan, though it's still not enough to stop him. I remember seeing that fight in the theater, just thinking it was so crazy. Yoda was like jumping off the air, doing like double jumps like it's Super Smash Brothers. All right, and I think I'll open one more pack. Save the rest for another time. I like this set because it has a lot of variety as far as the characters go. Although I do think it's pretty heavily weighted towards the newer stuff, such as Perrin Furtha, a guy I don't really remember. Perrin Furtha lived on Coruscant. He was the husband and consort of Senator Mon Mothma and the father of their child Leia. Leda? His attitudes were different than those of his activist and secretly rebellious wife, as he seemed to care more about the luxuries that power brought than the responsibilities it carried. So he was the husband of the lady who gives them their medals at the end of A New Hope. Here we've got Dedra Miro from Andor. She was like the bad guy. Imperial Security Bureau Lieutenant Supervisor Dedra Miro had a knack for analyzing data and recognizing patterns. She collected reports to show that seemingly random thefts were coordinated by the rebellion. She tried to trap Cassian Andor at his mother's funeral. She was unprepared for the riot and was beaten, but Cyril Karn pulled her to safety. That was a pretty good show, Andor. It took me a while to like get in on it, and there was definitely some like high points to it. I thought it was kind of cool when they were in the prison and he's like working to build the massive structures that the Empire is known for. All right, here we got Grogu. It is none other than Baby Yoda. That's a pretty good pull. His species is unknown. His homeworld is unknown, and he's affiliated with the Mandalorian. Grogu is a Force-sensitive child who is found by Din Djarin, the Mandalorian. Djarin would liberate Grogu from his Imperial captivity and undergo a quest to return him to his people, the Jedi. Moff Gideon captured him, but Djarin and his allies saved the child. Grogu underwent Force training with Luke Skywalker, but chose to return to the side of Djarin. Seems like a mistake. All right, here we get BB-88. He is the R2-D2 ripoff from the Sequel trilogy. Astromech droid BB-88 was Poe Dameron's sidekick and flying partner. After Poe is captured by Kylo Ren, BB-88 escaped and made the acquaintance of Rey and Finn. BB-88 flew with Poe Dameron during the Battle of Starkiller Base. Terrible name. A reactivated R2-D2 combined his star map with the fragment that BB-88 obtained on Jakku, completing a way to find Luke Skywalker. All right, here we get the Twi'lek server. Big part there. Twi'lek Garsa Fwip owned the Sanctuary Cantina in Mos Espa on Tatooine. Among her many employees were Twi'lek servers. As tensions escalated between Boba Fett's Gotra and the Pike Syndicate, Sanctuary got caught in the middle. The Pikes bombed Sanctuary, killed Fwip and most of the Cantina's occupants. Random server, and here we get, it's another one of those comic covers, it looks like. There's Luke and R2-D2. Princess Leia and Han Solo encountered some surprises while searching the galaxy for a suitable site for the new rebel base. While hiding out for a remote planet, they find themselves facing a far more shocking encounter. Her name is Sana Solo, and she claims to be Han Solo's wife. Ooh. Secret second family. Alright, and the last one, epic clashes. That is indeed an epic clash. We got Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin Skywalker. When Obi-Wan learns that his apprentice, Anakin Skywalker, has fallen to the dark side and taken the name Darth Vader, he chases him to Mustafar to try to bring him back. Anakin refuses to be swayed by his old master, and the two of them have a stunning showdown across the mining facility and over lava until one of them is left for dead. The prequel trilogy definitely has its problems, but the third movie, Revenge of the Sith, is probably the third or fourth best movie in Star Wars. And I think that one of the best parts is that there was so many like little meme moments. Most notably this, I have the high ground, Anakin. And then he tries to jump over him and gets like... He basically finishes him the rest of the way till he becomes Darth Vader. And that's all she wrote. Alright, out of all those cards, I think that my favorite is probably this Mace Windu die cut card. Let me know what is your favorite card in the comments. If you want to trade me for any of these cards, the information on how to do that is on the About page of the YouTube channel. This was Card Corner, opening these Star Wars Topps 2023 cards. Take it easy.